guys, welcome to my channel, or if you've been here before, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how I lost a stone in 6 months as someone who has no motivation, no willpower with any sort of diet, but I hadn't tried this diet before, which was counting calories, because I was really put off by counting calories. I'd heard a lot of things around toxicity and developing bad relationships with food, so I didn't think that would work for me, and I thought in a way it would be even more controlling than diets I tried before, where I just kind of went for what looked healthy and not actually knowing how healthy it really was. But I just kind of want to dispel the myths about counting calories and talk about how it could help someone else who's quite stubborn with their eating habits and just wants to shed a bit of weight, and also those who aren't interested in losing weight and just want to see what I did. You guys are also welcome to watch, obviously. So if you haven't already and you have a YouTube account, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Visually, I haven't really fluctuated that much with my weight up until the end of last year, start of this year. So I went on the contraceptive injection, and one of the major side effects is weight gain. I thought I'd be quite lucky and that side effect wouldn't happen to me, but it did. And also I think that was in combination with getting into a new relationship, so I was constantly like, oh, should we get takeaway, should we go out to eat? So those together, my figure didn't really like that. It had to go somewhere. So I'm going to insert some pictures / clips of the before and after. I don't think I have any actual videos of what my body was like before, because I wasn't really trying to take pictures of it when I felt so rubbish. But in terms of the after, I can show you a video clip and hopefully you can see the difference. It's a stone worth of difference, so hopefully you can. I would say in terms of my diet, I've never had a strict diet or anything. I've kind of eaten what I wanted when I wanted it, but at the same time I'm not someone who would have takeaways multiple times a week. I probably have one a month, but I definitely didn't watch what I ate that much, and a lot of things that I was eating I knew were bad, but I craved them because I have such a sweet tooth and I refuse to give them up. So I'd say I probably have quite a fast metabolism, and I've realised that now. But obviously at the start of this year it was kind of like a shock to the system that, Meg, if you keep eating like this, your body gonna grow. So I thought I need to do something about it, but I didn't know what, because I literally couldn't stick to diet. I came across Myfitnesspal, which is an app that I think a lot of people have heard of before, but I got the app, tried it out, and it was actually quite fun. Now I'm someone who literally loves food. Ask anyone, I'll always talk about food, love food, mainly bad food. I'm one of those people that will literally think when I wake up, right, what's for breakfast, what's for eating breakfast, what's for lunch, what's for tea. Like, I will literally be thinking about food constantly. So that's why I'm surprised I'm not bigger than I am. I've got the app, and the app is actually really cool. So basically you can set your own goals. So the amount that you want to lose in a week, you can set that, and then it will say how many calories you're allowed per day, which is what I did. And it will also tell you to input information such as your height, your current weight and your target weight. So for me, I initially said I wanted to lose a few pounds, I believe, but then that kept getting lower and lower as I realised that it was actually working for me. When I tell people how much I'm allowed to eat on this diet, it's 1,200 calories. And initially people are like, oh my god, you're under eating, you should be eating around 2,000, because 2,000 is the figure that's thrown around. Girls should eat 2,000, men should eat 2,200 or whatever. For me, if I ate 2,000 calories a day, I would gain weight. Scientifically, I would gain weight. It all depends on your height and weight, so 2,000 is not a standard figure for everyone. I would pile on the pounds eating that much. For someone taller or for someone who weighs a different amount, then 2,000 could be right for you. So I'm just saying, don't go off the amount that I was allowed if you are going to do this, because the app will work it out for you. It's very unique to you and your body. So yeah, I saw 1,200, and I never knew how much I ate normally anyway, so that figure didn't really scare me. I just went along with it, and I realised you can eat a decent amount of food, and this is what encouraged me to go for foods that were more rich and fulfilling, instead of going for small snacks that are calorie dense, but they were only going to fill me up for about half an hour and then I'd want something else. Let me just say, if you have a sweet tooth, I literally ate donuts every day for about a week on this diet. I didn't gain any weight and was usually below my sugar intolerance. Now, a big thing is when people think Myfitnesspal counting calories, they think, okay, so a diet shouldn't just be based off calories, because you could be eating absolutely rubbish food, donuts, fries, chips, same thing. You could be eating a lot of fatty foods in a day and still be under your calories, so technically you will lose weight, but you're not eating healthy foods. You could be overeating on sugar, fats, carbs, and obviously that's not good for your body. I realised there is a feature on the app that lets you look at individual nutrients, so you also have goals for each of those that you shouldn't go over. So you have, you know, your vitamins, you have your sugar, you have your fibre and protein, and for me it was really good because it was highlighting that I wasn't eating enough protein, but I was always going over on sugar when I first started because I didn't realise that section of the app existed until a certain day, and I looked back and was like, right, sugar is my problem area and fat, so I was trying to lower those and increase my protein. By the way, I am vegetarian, but I wouldn't say my low protein has anything to do with that, because I eat a lot of corn products which are literally meat substitutes, and they're everywhere nowadays. I just think I wasn't eating enough of it. Initially, when you think, wow, it took you 6 months to lose a stone, I can do that in 1. People who are larger lose weight faster. Please don't Google that, I've just heard it everywhere. I wasn't overweight or anything when I started losing weight, so it would take longer. But because I've had quite a few cheat days or slip-ups or being off plan, I think that's kind of pushed back my progress rate. But I'm fine with that because I'm not in a rush to lose the weight, and as soon as I'd literally lost about 3 or 4 pounds, I felt amazing. I looked visibly slimmer already, I could fit into other clothes. So for me, it's not about rushing to lose the weight. For some people it is for an event, and if it is an event, I would say try and start planning your weight loss way before, because then you can still have freedom instead of having a month to literally starve yourself. I don't think that's healthy and it's not enjoyable. Whereas for me, I felt like I was still eating majority what I wanted to, or I'd be eating what I wanted to eat in smaller portions and making very small sacrifices, which was fine with me. I didn't feel like I was on a diet. So I think it's good that I have lost it over a progressive 6 months. One thing I would say is if you use the app, record every single thing. So if you're having a pinch of salt, if you're having sugar in your tea, record that. And I feel like eventually it encourages you to have less of these things. So like I've cut out oil. The only oil I use is spray oil because you can do 1 calorie spray. Because I didn't realise, like this app has taught me so much about foods that have like hidden calories that I didn't know about. Like oil is shocking. I didn't realise how much sugar is in a chocolate bar. It's literally like half your daily sugar allowance. So I've kind of cut out things like that and gone for healthier things that might still have chocolate in, but it might be like a rice cake with chocolate on top, or like small chocolate nibbles instead of a whole bar with caramel and all the other bad things. So it's kind of like switching things out for other things that still make you satisfied instead of completely cutting them out. Because let me tell you, if I was told to cut out chocolate and sweets, I would not last on this diet. I literally love them. After my tea, or what you might call dinner, I have to have something sweet, not fruit, it has to be chocolate. A good tip I'd have for anyone who's trying to diet, regardless of if it is this diet, is try and eat as late as you can in the day. I found it had a big difference for me because I've always been someone who wakes up and eats breakfast as soon as I'm up, even if I'm not that hungry yet. Like I could literally be getting on with getting ready and eat just before I leave, which is what I do now. But the later you eat, the less you're likely to eat throughout the day because there's less hours left in the day for you to eat. I'm a big advocate for brunch if you're trying to lose weight, because it essentially combines 2 meals in one, and you're less likely to eat the amount of calories that both individual meals would have combined. If I get up and then have my brunch, I probably only need like 1 small snack between then and tea. And I make sure that my brunch isn't stupidly calorific. I make sure that it's fulfilling, obviously, but I don't deliberately go out and have a massive stack of pancakes because I know that's probably going to actually be worse than having lunch and breakfast and lunch. Another thing I do is if I do have breakfast, I try and keep the calories to a minimum. To be fair, I don't really have many calories for lunch either. So for breakfast, I'll do like maximum 150 to 200 calories. And then for lunch, I'll try and do about the same. So then I've only had 400 calories. I've still got 800 left for the day. And that's important to me to have quite a lot to last me through the day, just because I have my tea and then I have to have 2 snacks. So I'll have fruit or something, and then I'll have something chocolatey or like a donut or something like that. The reason I was gaining so much weight was because of evenings. Like I would just binge, eat my tea, think I'm full, about half an hour later go down the shop, get some chocolate, and then it spirals on from there. Whereas if I just stopped eating for a bit, wait for the food to go down, I find I'm not actually hungry, I'm just bored. I big piece of advice that I'd say is, I think a lot of people worry when they slip up in a diet. So they're like, crap, I had 2 cheat days this week, or oh no, I ate this when I wasn't supposed to, let's just carry on because I've ruined it now. That is not the mindset to have. Tomorrow is a new day, or even later on that day, you can just forget about it and wipe it off as if it never happened, because the chances are that little slip up isn't actually going to have a very big impact in the long term. And in terms of the science behind that, 3,500 calories equals a pound. So you have to eat 3,500 calories in excess of your normal maintained calories to gain a pound. 3,500 calories, just to put it into perspective, is like 3 large Domino's pizzas. Like, it's a lot of calories. If you slip up and have, I don't know, like 2 massive chocolate muffins worth 500 calories each, you've gone over by 1,000. From that, you will have put on 1/3 of a pound. But if you eat at your weight loss calories for the rest of the week, so get back on schedule, you undo that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you may have gone over by 1,000 calories on one day above your maintained calories, but on the rest of the days you're eating below, so you've undone it and more. So in the end, you will end up still losing weight that week. I think a lot of people need to know that that's how calories work. It's just as easy to lose weight as it is to gain weight, but it doesn't always feel like that, because when we pig out, we sometimes go for the really high calorie foods and they make us feel really rubbish afterwards. They make us feel really fat, but in reality, that does not have much impact on your long-term goal, and you shouldn't let it. And a lot of people actually encourage you to have cheat days because it's kind of something to look forward to. And as I said, you can kind of undo the work afterwards. I mean, some people, if you exercise, you can go to the gym and work it off, but in terms of actually eating, if you do go into excess on your calories, you know that it is undoable by going straight back to your diet. It's really not that deep. I did join the gym. I probably went once or twice a week, but I didn't burn many calories each time I went. Like, I really struggle with the gym. Like, I see people burning 400, 500 calories and they're like, gym session done. But for me, that would be like, I haven't even burnt that much in a session before. I tend to do about 200, and that's hard work for me. I didn't see any changes from the gym, but I don't think I committed to it for long enough to see results, and that's always what I get with the gym. I find more results with home workouts, so I switched to that instead, and I find that's what gave me the abs. But then I only did those exercises for a couple of weeks, and I haven't done them for months, and I've still got the abs. I'm not saying that would be the results everyone gets. I think I must have like a really thin layer of fat over my abs, and they just want to peek out when I do a bit of exercise. But I understand that it's not going to be that easy to get results and that quick for everyone. But I'm just going to say the figure that I've got right now, I wouldn't put it down to exercise. I'd say it's like 10 or 20% exercise. Final tip, get rid of full fat mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is the devil for people on diets. They don't realise how many flipping calories are in that condiment. I can't get over it. It's literally 90 calories for a tablespoon. Ketchup is 18 calories for a tablespoon. I use the lighter mayo, which is only 30 calories a tablespoon, or 47 depending on the brand, but that's like half to a third. And it doesn't taste that different. Sauces have so many hidden calories that you wouldn't initially think of unless you had been told that they were that calorific. But you learn these things from logging down the different foods in the app, and you're like, oh my god, I didn't realise that was so bad. I need to maybe avoid that a little bit. So yeah, the main thing I take from this video is that counting calories is not going to be that toxic for everyone. It depends on the person and what works for you. Try and save up your calories for your preferred meal, so then you can put all your leftover calories into that. Could be breakfast for me, it's obviously my tea. Don't stress about slipping up, slip-ups are fine, and you can tone up without exercise. I'm too lazy for the gym. Doing this is enough, like, I don't need to do both. So I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from that somehow, or feel you might want to do Myfitnesspal yourself. Try it out, give it a go, it's a free app. So thank you so much guys for watching my video, and I really hope you enjoyed it and it was informative and helpful for if you were deciding what kind of diet to try out, and I'll see you in my next video hopefully. Bye guys.